America vlog day 6, and I am excited to be here as the host, and we talk about a lot of travel stuff on here, and we're going to until I lose all my following, which hopefully will never happen. I appreciate you guys watching. Those of you who have commented, sent me messages, have been viewing, I genuinely appreciate it. I check it way more often than I should. But if you are a new person that has joined this group of travelers who are following Sara America, I do appreciate you for doing that. So welcome. Those of you who are my dedicated fans, thank you. I am just so happy that you're sharing this experience with me, and hopefully you guys are going to start traveling if you have not already. And if you do travel, as always, please tag @It's Sara America on either Facebook, Instagram, or just comment in the YouTube comments here and let me know what you're up to. This isn't just all about me traveling. This is about everyone traveling and getting that opportunity. So please let me know, and I do appreciate that. And speaking of different people doing different things in the world, I want to shout out a radio show that shouted me out, actually, this past week. There's Songs from the Attic radio show. My father and his wife, so my stepmom, Melissa, actually do this radio show. We're the hosts of it. And they put it on SoundCloud, but it's also like on local radio in New York. And it's a Billy Joel like dedication show. So if you love Billy Joel, if you love New York City, which most New Yorkers just love Billy Joel, you're gonna like this show. They talk about other topics too. And if you're a music enthusiast in general, they have different band members from Billy Joel's band just come on and talk. So they talk just about music in general, music scene. So it's not just like, oh, we play Billy Joel songs all day. I mean, they do play Billy Joel songs, but they also talk about different topics and then talk about a lot related to music. So I'm going to put their SoundCloud link right in the chat below in the description, or not in the chat, but the description below. So feel free, go ahead and check them out. And Songs from the Attic, thank you for shouting "It's Sara America out. I do appreciate that. And those of you who have now followed me from Songs of the Attic, welcome. I'm so happy that you have joined me on this crazy endeavor that I'm trying to do. So I do genuinely appreciate that. And like I said, all my fans, like just in general, I greatly appreciate you guys as well. So all of you, thank you. But what we're going to talk about today is we are going to talk about kind of what I'm doing. So something I'm having to go through right now as I'm making this trek to this lovely 9.5-hour flight I'm going to take on Friday. That'll be broken up with my layover. I'm going to be flying for like a total of 12 hours, like in and out of airports. And I mean, really only a bit 2 airports, but I'm going to be on planes, in airports, in the sky, flying in a metal tube. I'm going to be doing all that for 12 hours on Friday. So I'm starting to think about, well, one, I want to get a good seat. And I've been trying to work on getting upgrades. And maybe if I'm paying, I'm like kind of watching the upgrade list, seeing if any flying Delta, so any of the medallion members, if they're claiming their upgrades. There's still some room in first class on both my flights, so I may upgrade. There's only one seat in the first leg of my trip, which is a 6-hour one. So I don't know if I'm going to afford to do that because the price went up. But we'll see. I check in tomorrow morning and we'll find out if I get a nice deal. But besides doing that and checking in to see if I can get a good seat, I also have to start packing. So that is what we are talking about today. I am giving you some quick packing tips if you are in a hurry, like me most of the time, to get out and get to your destination. The first thing we're going to talk about is actually getting your clothes in your suitcase or your bag. So to give a little, I guess to explain a little bit, to give a little background, I am a Frontier Elite. So that means I frequently fly on Frontier Airlines because, one, it's where I find all my best travel deals. I'm a Discount Den member too, pays $59.99 a year. And I get discounted deals, and I like always save money, whether it's like a couple bucks, and sometimes it's like more than what I paid for my Discount Den membership. So it is worth it. Get Discount Den if you have not. They're doing a deal like literally right now too. So if you're, what's today's date? September 15th, 2021. You want to jump in on that if you're watching like this week. Try to jump in on their discount deal membership. You get like bonus miles and all this stuff. Much better than the deal I got. But I did get a $50 flight voucher when I signed up. During one of the deals, and so that, I really paid like $10 then, and I've more than gotten my money's worth back in that. So because I fly Frontier so much, I've been very picky about my carry-on. So it's a Fly Frontier Elite. I do get a free carry-on since I've gotten Elite 20K status now. But before that, I did not get a carry-on. You do have to pay for a carry-on Frontier. So I like to do, like the cheap save my money thing because, I want to do that, and I'm a solo traveler, so I can't just put my stuff in somebody else's suitcase. So I used to literally put everything on my back because you do get a personal item. I would put everything for my trip in a backpack on my back, and that's it. So I had to learn to cut corners on what I needed and what I didn't need. So the first thing I did was, like I said, my clothes. I actually would roll my clothes. So what this looks like is, this is some leggings right now that I have. And this is like an old like military trick. This probably isn't as tight enough as military standard should be. But to get a military bag filled, it's typically, you roll your clothes and you roll your items. So here, black legging pants, I had these rolled up. So I kind of took them, folded them, and then I started rolling. Obviously being on like a flat surface really helps. Let's see if I can do this really quickly. And you just want to roll it kind of tightly. So this is sometimes better than folding because it will actually save you space or keep you more organized. And so now I had much better rolled earlier. But so then I roll this up. If I want, sometimes I'll take like a hair tie and I'll put a hair tie around it if I feel like it's gonna get unraveled. Ta-da! And then I have a hair tie and I have my pants. So then I can just like in my suitcase just stack them like this and stack them all around. And then when I open my suitcase up, instead of like thumbing through like the different folds that you have, I just go boop and just take this out. It's almost like having almost like when you stack cups all in a box. That's what this is. And this will help save you space. In a backpack, I usually start with thicker things like this at the bottom, and I work my way up the backpack to the top. So this is how I've been able to, pack quickly instead of trying to fold it, make it fit. Roll it right up, throw it in. Roll it right up and just place it all in. It gets you on your way quite quickly, and that also saves space. So that's tip number, like I said, that was tip number 1, roll your clothes. The next thing I do is you bring only what you need. So I can't tell you how many hours my mother, when I've seen her pack before, has spent trying to figure out what shoe she's going to wear. One thing I've learned in all my travels when I first started traveling is that I would always overpack. So you don't want to overpack. Bring only what you need. So that means maybe 2 pairs of footwear. Usually one of those pairs of footwear is going on your feet, really. And bring something versatile, so something that you can wear out and about during the day, but also is appropriate to go to dinner as well. Most cases, you're going to be saying no to flip-flops if you can fit the flip-flops in. So if your hotel has a pool, then yes, bring those. But if you can avoid flip-flops, honestly, they just take up space and you're only going to wear them once or twice. If you're going on a walk or anything like that, or out to dinner, you're going to want to probably have a back on your shoe. So bring sandals if you really can do that. Or like I said, if you have really dressy heels, dressy shoes for guys, like find something in a happy medium that aren't going to hurt your feet and that you can probably forego for, a quick vacation. You don't necessarily need like 10 pairs of shoes to bring with you. So same thing goes for outfits. Bring only what you need. Yes, you need an extra pair of clothes if something happens, like, I don't know, you fall in a puddle, some random like child throws up on you at the buffet. Like, there's things that you would want a spare outfit for. But I'm gonna preface it with this: you can bring the spare outfit, and spare change underwear is always a good idea, but just about anywhere you go, other people live there, unless you're going out into the wilderness, which is a whole different thing. If you're going to a new city, new town, somebody lives there, so they need to get their clothes from somewhere too. You usually can find a Family Dollar, a Walmart, a mall. Sometimes you can find something somewhere where you can buy an extra outfit if you need to. It may not be the most fashionable, but you have options. So do not overpack, people. Please bring only what you need. So the third item on the list is also in reference to shoes. So if you're not going to bring a bunch of shoes, hopefully you're not, then you are going to store some items in your shoes. So what I have here is a sneaker, or a tennis shoe, as some of you like to call these things, as most of America likes to call these things. I am from New York, so I call them sneakers. But you are going to take these And you know, you want to obviously keep it nice. It's kind of hard to squish these down, but you're going to want to put some items in your shoe. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a sock. Like if you have socks, probably you're going to have to bring some if you're wearing sneakers. And you're going to put one sock inside the other. So see, I have, you know, one inside the other. I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to place this in here. So boom, it's now in there. Okay, you see it right inside. But there's a lot of space, so I could take other socks and just fill this shoe up with that there, because there's empty space. But you know what else would go good in here? A tank top. So I have my universal tank top here. It says universal all over it. Here, I'll show you guys. Universal. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to roll it up. And I'm going to store this right in my shoe. So instead of that taking up space in my bag, it is now taking up in my shoe, because my shoe is going to take up space in my bag anyway. And it might as well house some clothing in it as well. So this is something to do, you know, is a way to pack your bag quickly and effectively. So that way, you know, you're not trying to fumble around figuring out where things go and wasting time trying to organize your bag. Put your shoes in, stick items right in your shoes. That way everything has a place. Now, the last thing I'm going to point out is really one that really is going to keep cut down on a lot of time when you go to pack, because you actually really won't have to pack. And that's to have a to-go kit ready. For like a cosmetic or essential kit, you want to have like a toiletry kit. You want to have that ready to go in a bag or suitcase at all times. So all you have to do is open your bag and see it there, or transfer it from one bag to the other like I often do. So the thing I have here, here is my liquids to go bag, because I have two. I have a liquids one and then a normal one. So this one has things like lotion, you know, foundation, mascara, things that I need. I have some like lip gloss in here. Oh, chapstick is important. Definitely lotion and chapstick. Everyone could use those. This has some gel in it. It's actually a waterless razor. So like the gel comes out in a little sponge right here, and then I can use this to shave, which is nice. So I have this with me in my suitcase, or I have this in my suitcase at all times. So all I have to do is open it, see it's there. And what's nice about this is if you're forgetting toothpaste or anything like that, well, you never will, because it's going to be all set for you. So get some like travel size items, put them in here. Remember, anything under 3 ounces for liquids, and it will always be ready for you, and you'll never have to worry about forgetting anything again. Now my second to-go kit is has like more of my like non-liquid items in it. So things like makeup brushes, hairbrush with a hair tie around it. My mom got me this little hairbrush. It's like so wonderful with the hair tie around it. Deodorants, very important to have. You'll never want to smell. And then other things like this. Like I have a little emergency kit that's got some antiseptic wipes and different colored or different size band-aids in it. I should have different colored band-aids. That'd be totally awesome. So that way, if I get hurt, and I normally do on a trip, I have this ready to go. And same thing, this just goes in my suitcase or my bag, and just that's where its home is, and it stays there. The good thing about having some band-aids available is if you do get hurt, you don't have to like try to go somewhere or find something, especially if you're on the road. So for me, I usually get hurt in the same place every time. It's when I'm pulling my bag down from the overhead compartment, because I'm just over 5 feet. I'm 5'1", and I never can reach. So usually when I do that, the bag comes kind of crashing down, and I have to kind of catch it, and it usually catches on one of my nails and rips it open. I remember one time it ripped open and there was like blood gushing down my hand. It was not a fun time, but I'm trying to like hide it as I'm like getting my bag off the plane, because I'm like, oh, they're gonna ask me what's wrong. So I had to like go to the bathroom, clean it up, and like wrap some paper towel around it. And I was like walking like this through the airport, because it was I don't do well with blood, but it also stung. It just wasn't a fun time, and I needed it to stop bleeding. So now I have my band-aids, so it won't be a problem. But always have you know, your little kits here. Have these ready in your bag. This will completely like take, you know, what, 5 to 10 minutes out from just trying to pack this stuff, if you always have it ready to go and sitting somewhere. So if you need duplicates of something, go grab duplicates of like foundation or whatever. duplicate of deodorant, so that way you're not taking the one from home. You're not going to leave if you leave the travel deodorant in the hotel room in an accident, you still have deodorant at home. No one wants to be stinky, whether they're traveling or at home. You'll never have to worry about it if you have your to-go kit. So those are my 4 suggestions. 1, roll your clothes. 2, bring only what you need. 3, store items in your shoes. And 4, have your little toiletry to-go kit ready at all times and packed. Well, this is the end of this vlog. I'm happy that you guys stayed this long. You need to stay with me the next 48 hours and you'll find out where I'm going. I have this super long trip I'm gonna do to 10 to 12 hours in and out of airports and on planes. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to a cold location where I'm going to need to bring my camera equipment to take some long exposures of the sky, and it is on the West Coast. So those are your clues. You'll find out the next little bit where I am going and why it's so significant for me. With this one place that I'm going. Until then, travel well. Sara America